HNT is currently teetering on the brink of a technical breakdown. This will be the last straw, as we have already failed critical levels on the shorter time frames, and the larger the time frame, the more significant the breakdown. The weekly 50-day EMA on the HNT price chart is currently trading around $22.50. A weekly close on Sunday below this level can likely lead to weeks of depressed HNT prices. This is something we should be prepared for, especially considering the very sad and unfortunate political backdrop for markets across the world. Helium as a network continues to evolve and become more valuable each day, but the HNT price chart is still subject to market participants' emotional and cognitive biases. So these charts do play a role in determining short-term momentum swings and market participant sentiment. We will also take a look at what this breakdown could look like, as we can see it playing out in another major crypto recently, and it is not pretty. Let's take a look at the details in today's video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here in the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the price charts. Now, I know a lot of you guys I've seen in the comments comment that technical analysis plays no role in HNT because it has so many different determining factors with regards to the value of the network and all of the data that is available with regards to the Helium network. And I truly 100% agree with that. However, for two reasons, I like to look at these charts. One of them is because there are still market participants involved in the daily trading and short-term trading of HNT, and those market participants still have certain biases that play out in developing certain important and critical levels on HNT's price chart. And secondly, I just really enjoy looking at the charts, even though HNT does have such a foundational value in the actual network. Now, we can always go to the Helium Explorer, we could go to Metabase, we could always see the data behind the network. However, these levels still do matter if you are concerned about the price, and it is very important emotionally and mentally to be able to prepare yourself for different types of price action, especially big drops ahead that might only last a few days or a few weeks. However, it is very important to mentally prepare yourself so you can make it through those more depressed price levels and do not panic sell. Now, today we are going to be looking at the weekly chart. We have looked at the daily in past videos. Very few times have we looked at the actual weekly here. This is really the last straw in terms of a technical breakdown here for the HNT price. We're also going to take a look here at Cardano, which is a perfect example, unfortunately, I guess, a perfect example of what a technical breakdown of this same level could look like for HNT. First, let's look here at the chart. This here is the 50 EMA, this blue line. As we can see, we are basically sitting on it right now, just below it, maybe a hair. But of course, these are weekly candles. This candle will not close until Sunday night. So this is going to be a critical close. If we do close below, I would say the $22.60 range, it could get really nasty. As you can see, this is the last level that has never been broken here on the chart. Of course, we know that the very critical daily EMA was in fact broken, as we can see right here, indicated by this light blue line. It was broken. We came back above it, and we are currently below the 200 EMA on the daily chart right now, which is not good. However, like I said, this weekly chart is the last straw here. It is a very simple but very powerful indicator and could really determine price movement going forward in the coming weeks. One of the interesting things I wanted to point out is that there is some resemblance between these two yellow boxes. These two yellow boxes are what I'm considering to be accumulation zones here between the major changes in HNT price level. As we can see, this one occurred right after this giant move upwards from around $4 all the way up into the 20s, and this one occurred from around the 20s all the way up until the blow off top here at 60. And if we look, we can see that this is sort of a compressed version of what we're seeing in this box. As you can see, we go down, touch the bottom of the box, touch the top, go back down, make it halfway back up, and then teeter down until we recover. And if we look here, we can see very similar movements. We can see we come all the way down, we go back up, we come all the way down again, halfway back up, and it looks like we might just teeter towards the end of this corner here. Now, that same movement is what I just explained here, down all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top, down, halfway up, and then teeter all the way to the corner. So the price action inside of these two boxes appears to be a little bit similar. As I mentioned, this one is a little bit more compressed. Of course, there are more market participants, so there's more market liquidity. So these moves are playing out in a little bit longer of a time scale. But I think it is very interesting to notice that. And also, I think it gives a little bit of comfort that we have been sort of in this lower level of these accumulation zones for an extended period of time in the past. Now, if we look at ADA or Cardano, this in fact was the first crypto I've ever purchased. Unfortunately, of course, if we look at this chart, it's been performing absolutely horribly. And we can see here, this is the same 200 EMA on the weekly timescale for Cardano. And we can see that it broke down straight through it. Of course, we could be a little bit more confident in that we are teetering around this range, which is good. It means there is support there. Cardano obviously had no support, came crashing through and looks like it attempted to retest and reclaim this level twice, and it failed both times. And after that second failure of this level, we can see that it just got completely destroyed for another 6 or 7 weeks. And here we are today around 90 cents. So this is, I mean, worst case scenario, a double test of reclaiming that level and failing miserably. We don't want to look like this, but that is what we could end up with if this goes really, really south. Well, guys, I will leave you with that. Let me know what any questions you guys have down below. Let me know if you guys like these technical analysis videos or don't. Whatever it is, let me know. If you're seeing anything else in the charts, let me know. Do you think we're going to hold this level or not? I'm very interested to see. And of course, I really hope we do, but we have to be prepared for maybe encroaching into the teens once more at some point in the coming weeks. It is always important to mentally prepare for things like that in order to not panic sell if you're here for the long term. Guys, that is all I have for today's video. I hope this was helpful. Please leave your comments down below. Please hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. But just like that, this video is over, and I will see you